If you are watching this program and understand what I am saying, then you have a brain, the most impressive analytical tool in the universe. If you have a brain, then you can reason, and if you can reason, then you will understand the deep questions of existence, questions which have troubled the greatest minds through the ages. Who created the universe? How was the universe created? Does God exist? Is the theory of evolution true or false? These are some of the fundamental issues that up till today still remain unanswered. Everybody has his or her idea of creation. Stephen Hawking, a brilliant scientist and celebrity, presents his latest view in his new book, Grand Design. He appeals to the concept of spontaneous creation, according to which nature has an inherent tendency to self-generate. This explains why there is something rather than nothing, why the universe exists, and why humans exist. Then there is Richard Dawkins, champion of evolution, who writes God off as mystical nonsense. He claims that nature will eventually account for everything. Scientists' views are based on ruthless logic and powerful observational data. Science is rock solid and continues to make inroads in solving the major mysteries of existence. But what about God? Where does He fit into the equation? Who speaks for God? If God is the ruler and creator of the universe, then Scripture, presumably divinely inspired, should address ultimate questions. Do they? Judging by the responses of most distinguished scientists to Scripture, the answer is no. This leads to three possibilities. 1. God does not exist. 2. God exists, but there is no evidence of His existence. 3. God exists, and there is evidence for this, but theologians somehow got it wrong. They have misrepresented God's case. Dr. Joseph Noor, author of the book Document X, Direct Evidence of God's Existence, with a subtitle, How He Created Life and the Universe, which will revolutionize man's perspective of religion, has reopened the case. Through extensive research, Dr. Noor has reviewed the evidence as set out in an ancient paper, which he has dubbed Document X. He has come up with new proof, stunning information of the origin and evolution of the universe and how life originated and developed. This ancient document provides definite answers to the great debate, which centers around science versus religion, God versus atheism, and evolution versus creationism. The answers are not the outcome of human conjecture, but are based on the certainty of divine knowledge. Dr. Noor realizes that this is an extraordinary claim, which demands extraordinary evidence, but this will be provided in his book. If Joseph Noor claims to be God's advocate, how did he communicate with him? Fortunately, there exists today an ancient document which has been preserved throughout the ages. It speaks to man, reasons with him, and appeals to him to study it objectively and infer from the study its divine origin, based of course on rational arguments and evidence as presented in the document. This is the foundation of Noor's book, examining the evidence contained in the ancient document, namely the Quran. If you have distaste for religion, the Quran or Islam, please erase this from your mind and focus solely on the Quran's scientific message. Dr. Noor's argument is simple but powerful, with the time factor proving crucial to his argument. The Quran appeared in the 7th century, a period in human history when there was widespread ignorance and scientific knowledge was almost non-existent. The book makes such powerful statements about the universe and life that the reader is driven to invoke an all-knowing mind to explain such data. But before we begin examining the Quran, let me emphasize 2 points. 1. The Quran does not make vague statements like the prophecies of Nostradamus, which can be interpreted depending on the weather. The book expresses in precise scientific language its superior knowledge of the cosmos. It takes you on a journey of discovery from the beginning of time through the various stages of cosmic evolution until the end of time. 2. If you have heard verses of the Quran and are unimpressed or expect a repetition of ideas, please be assured. Dr. Noor's in-depth research of the Quran provides new, revealing insights of the inner workings of the universe, which are unheard of in works of a similar nature. I am referring to ultra-modern scientific concepts, many of which have only been uncovered in the last few decades. Let me give you a few examples. The Quran, a 7th century document, describes the singularity, cosmic expansion, the nature of space, Einstein's concept of gravity, references to atoms, cells, DNA, extraterrestrial existence, embryology, and many more concepts which were entirely unheard of at the time. The pattern followed throughout Dr. Noor's book is to give you, the reader, a brief background of the subject under discussion so that you get the basic idea, and then follow it up with relevant Quranic passages, followed by a brief commentary.